faces sometimes, they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies, and I got proof. Oh Lord, yeah.
Shalom, everyone. I am Brother Royal with the King James Bible University. King James Bible University is in no way affiliated with any Christian organization or Hebrew camps or any of their doctrine. So get your pencils, pens, notebooks, electronic devices, and let's begin. Today, I would like to discuss, are you lying? Let's start in Exodus 20:16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. We are not to lie on or lie to one another, to another person. But that is not what we do. We tell lies to gain whatever advantage we can pertaining to whatsoever situation we are in. Lying is like breathing. We come to the world lying. Let's go to Psalms. We'll go to Psalms 58:3. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Someone may wonder how a baby speak lies. I will explain. Let's go to Job. Go to Job 14:1. Job 14:1. Man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. How do babies talk to us? Crying. When they are hungry, what they do? They cry. When they need changing, they cry. If something may happen to bite them or they're sick, what do? They cry. You recognize the lie when they cry and stop as soon as you pick them up. They ain't want no food. They didn't need no changing. Ain't nothing in that. Still powdery. You don't see no wounds or you don't feel no fever. But that's what you initially was going to pick them up for. When you pick them up and they instantly stop crying, you see the lie. But let's not look at the babies or the little children when we are extremely worse than them. When our kids are old enough to somewhat know what Christmas is, we begin years of lying. We tell the children that Santa is going to leave a present under the tree for them when he comes down the chimney. There ain't no chimneys in apartments yet. Kids still run out the house saying what Santa brought them. Are you a liar? We tell the children when their teeth fall out to put the tooth under their pillow, and the tooth fairy will leave them some money. Are you a liar? We tell our children to make a wish, then blow out their birthday candles. Are you a liar? We tell them if they see a shooting star and make a wish, it will come true. Are you a liar? We tell our children all of these lies for years and have the nerve, the audacity to tell them not to lie to us. As we come into the truth and ask for forgiveness, how many of us have asked for forgiveness of the lies we taught our children? When we are dealing with liars, we are also dealing with trust. Let's go to Genesis 1:27 and 28. Genesis 1:27, 28. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Full stop. Male and female created he them. And God blessed. He gave them wisdom and knowledge. Them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. We read that man, male and female, was created and was given dominion over every living thing upon the earth. They were given wisdom and knowledge. Let's go to Genesis 2. Genesis 2 and 8. And the Spirit of God, our God, planted, established, prepared a garden, place of communion, eastward in Eden, Jerusalem. Full stop. And there he put the man, the male and female, whom he had formed. Genesis 3:1 through 12. Genesis 3, we're going to go 1 through 12. Now the serpent, creature of deceit, creature of confusion, was more subtle, more skillful, crafty, deceitful, cunning. He was more subtle than any beast, living creature of the field, of the ground, which the Spirit of God, our guide, had made. And he said unto the woman, the Spirit, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat, learn of every tree, elder of the garden? And the woman, the Spirit, said unto the serpent, We may eat, we may learn of the fruit, the works of the elders of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree, the elders which is in the midst among the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not learn of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Reminds us of Leviticus 11, 7 and 8. Let's go there. Leviticus 11, 7 and 8. When he tells us not to eat the flesh of the swine, nor touch the dead carcass. 7 and 8 says, And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. Now, we may not eat the actual meat, but how many of us still put that good old gumbo juice over the rice that's been cooked with the shrimp and the crabs and the adoulet sausages, or make gravy out of the seasoned fried pork chop grease? Let's go to back to Genesis 3, verse 4. Genesis 3, verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Verse 5. For God doth know that in the day ye eat, ye learn thereof, then your eyes, your understanding, shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, as idols, knowing good and evil. We know this serpent is a false prophet, and he just lied to the spirit. Let's go to Isaiah 9, 15. Isaiah 9, 15. We're going to go after the full stop. And the prophet that teacheth lies. Again, the prophet that teacheth lies. He is the tail. All those jackleg preachers in their pulpits just spewing lies back and forth. Jesus is God. The virgin birth. All you got to do is pray and say you sorry for your sin you just committed, and you can make it into the kingdom. Angels got wings and halos, talking in tongues, paying money for tithes. Let's go back to Genesis 3, verse 6. Genesis 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree, the elder, was good, was pleasant, was desirable for food, for learning customs, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, to the understanding, and a tree, an elder, to be desired, take pleasure, wanting, to make one wise with knowledge and understanding, she seized of the fruit and did eat, and gave also unto her husband the head with her. And he did eat, he did learn. Number 7. And the eyes of them both were opened, were made known, and they knew that they were naked in sin. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Number 8. And they heard the voice, the sound of the Spirit of God, our guide, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam, male and female, and his wife, the Spirit, hid themselves from the presence, from the face of the Spirit of God, our guide, amongst the trees of the garden. Number 9. And the Spirit of God, our guide, called unto Adam, and said unto him, Where art, that perfection and beauty is, thou? And he said, I heard, I understood, perceived the voice, the sound in the garden. And I was afraid. I was in fear. I was terrified because I was naked in sin, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten, learned of the elder, where I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man, the male and female, said to the woman, the Spirit, whom thou gavest me of the tree, the elder, and I did eat. Okay? So I'm going to read this again, just using the spiritual dictionary words. Now the creature of deceit was more skillful and cunning than any living creature of the ground which the Spirit of God, our guide, had made. And he said unto the Spirit, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not learn of every elder of the place of communion? And the Spirit said unto the creature of deceit, We may learn of the works of the elders of the place of communion. However, of the works of the elder which is among the place of communion, God hath said, We shall not learn of him, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye perish. And the creature of deceit said unto the Spirit, Ye shall not surely perish, for God doth know that in the day ye learn thereof, then your understanding shall be made known, and ye shall be as idols, knowing good and evil. And when the Spirit saw that the elder was pleasant for learning customs, and that it was pleasant to the understandings, and an elder to be taken pleasure to make one with knowledge and understanding, she seized the works thereof, and did learn, and gave also unto the head with her. And he did learn, and the understanding of them both were made known. And they knew that they were in sin. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they perceived the sound of the Spirit of God, our guide, walking in the place of communion in the cool of the day. And male and female and his Spirit hid themselves from the face of the Spirit of God, our guide, amongst the elders of the place of communion. And the Spirit of God, our guide, called unto the male and female, and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I perceived thy sound in the place of communion, and I was fearful and terrified, because I was in sin, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast in sin? Hast thou learned of the elder, whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not learn? And the male and female said, The Spirit whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the elder, and I did learn. Adam, male and female, after getting caught doing what they wanted to do, blamed the Spirit for their sinning and told the Most High, the Spirit you gave me. Ain't that something? It was the Most High's fault. Let's not forget that they were already given wisdom and knowledge in Genesis 1:28 when he blessed them. To also show Adam's lie, we will go to 1 Timothy 2:14. Let's hit down 1 Timothy 2:14. And Adam was not deceived. So male and female was not deceived. But the woman, the spirit, being deceived, was in transgression. So Adam knew he was doing wrong. Just like when we knowingly go out and cheat on our spouse and get caught and tell some kind of ridiculous lie, all trust is gone. You let a friend or relative stay with you and they steal some of your valuables or your information and lie and say they didn't, but they got money they didn't have, or things turned on in your name like lights, water, phones. That deceit and lie has the consequences of no more trust. Genesis. We're going to go to Genesis 3. (23 and 24). Genesis 3. What did I do wrong here? I'm in Timothy, that's what's wrong. Genesis 3. Genesis 3, 23 and 24. Therefore the Spirit of God, our God, sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. 24. So he drove out the man. Full stop. And he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, guards, intercessors, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. The Most High put our lying behinds out, just like we put out our cheaters or thieves and thieves. The person who lies can't be trusted. But what about the person who was lied to? A lot of us develop trust issues. And anytime someone does something that reminds us of the lies we have endured from others, it is hard to trust others who had nothing to do with what happened to us. Let's go to 1 Kings 12, 26 through 31. We'll go to 1 Kings 12, 26 through 31. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. Understand that our so-called black leaders, in their hearts, know they are lying to us. Verse 27. If, providing this people go up to do sacrifice, to offer oblations, atonement, in the house of the Spirit of God at Jerusalem, at the holy city, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam king of Judah. Jeroboam said, if the people went to sacrifice in the holy city, that the people would kill him. Our fake black leaders today feel the same way. Al Sharpton, Creflo Dollar, Maxine Waters, Oprah Winfrey, Geno Jennings, Raphael Warnock, Black Lives Matter, NAACP, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. If they lose that money from us, that would kill them, not physically, financially. For them, a fate worse than death. Verse 28. Whereupon the king took counsel, and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, It is too much for you to go to Jerusalem. Remember thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. We heard that before in Exodus 32 and 4. Let's go to Exodus 32 and 4. And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, These be the gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So our so-called leaders gathered together and presented to us believable lies. Let's go back to 1 Kings 12:29. 1 Kings 12:29. And he set the one in Bethel, the house of God, and the other he put in Dan, place of a street. Verse 30. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. 31. And he made a house of high places, them churches, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. Today, these lies are heavy and have us stuck deep in sin. They say we can eat whatever we want. Well, that's a lie. Worship on Sunday instead of the Sabbath. That's a lie. Go to the mall, football game, basketball games, spend money on the Sabbath. That's a lie. Let's not forget the high places, these churches, that they say the Most High is in. Let's go to Hebrews 9:24. Hebrews 9:24. For Christ is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which are the figures of the truth. Full stop. But into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us. So being in these churches is a lie also. And these preachers are not of the Most High. You got ex-cons, pimps, homosexuals, the lowest of people trying to so-called bring the word of God to us. Another lie. They are not of the sons of Levi. Jeremiah 14:14. Jeremiah 14:14. Then the Spirit of God said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name, in my way. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and the thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. How do we get away from all these lies? Lying to our children, lying to each other, lies of our so-called leaders. Psalm 37:3. Let's go to Psalm 37:3. Trust in the Spirit of God and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. When we trust in the Spirit of God, turn from sin, do good, He will let us dwell in the land, and we will be fed His wisdom and knowledge. When we study to show ourselves approved, we are constantly being fed. Let's go to Psalm 7:1. Psalms 7:1. O Spirit of God, my guide, in Thee do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persuade me, and deliver me. We are not to put our trust in a man. We are to put our trust in the Spirit of God, our guide. He will save us from those who persecute us, calling us crazy, saying we are a cult when we don't participate in events, birthdays, holidays, voting. We are shunned and talked about. He will deliver us from all of that nonsense. Exodus 18:21. Go to Exodus 18:21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear, such as desire God, men of truth hating covetousness, full stop, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of 10. Here at King James Bible University, the elders, deacons, and brothers are bringing the word of the Most High to feed you all day. Is there anyone whose cup not overflowing with all of the lessons that we are being brought daily? We have to stop the lies and believe in lies and give wholeheartedly to the Most High God. Let's go to Isaiah 14. We're going to go to Isaiah 14, 13 through 15. Isaiah 14, 13 through 15. 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend, climb into heaven. Are we lying? Hell yeah, we lying. Let's go to Ephesians 4, 9 and 10. Ephesians 4. We're going to hit 9 and 10. Now that he ascended, who? The Spirit of God. What is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? That's us. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. The Spirit of God came down into earth. That's us. And he is the only one ascended to heaven. So are we lying? We have been taught and think that we are going to have these fleshly bodies and enter into the kingdom and see with carnal eyes our dead relatives and friends and unite and have a good old time. Let's continue. Go back to Isaiah 14. I will exalt, I will magnify my throne, my dominion, my sovereignty above the stars. Are we lying? Hell yeah, we lying again. So we are going to magnify our dominion and our sovereignty above the messengers of God, our God. We have so much pride in ourselves that we are better than the messengers who had to learn his word. We don't have to study. By this man's lesson and just listen, and it's all good. We lying to ourselves. Oh, baby. This is the mother lode here. I will sit also upon the mount, the land, the people of the congregation, the assembly, in the sides of the north. Remember those fake, low, not worth the crap ex-cons, pimps, and homosexuals? Those preachers, those who are made preachers, what they do? They think they are over the people of the assembly. Liars. Bold-faced liars. I will ascend, climb above the heights of the clouds. Holy ones. Full stop. I will be like the Most High. I will make a baby, freeze the eggs and the sperm. I will be celebrated, birthdays, Mother's Day. Even when you dead, we visit the grave sites, making ourselves wealthy. We are lying to ourselves, making ourselves our own God. As we come to the end of this lesson, what are the repercussions of these lies? But before I give the repercussion of these lies, I'm going to read those 3 scriptures spiritually. I will climb into heaven. I will magnify and glorify my dominion and sovereignty above the messengers of our God. I will sit also upon the people of the assembly in the sides of the north. I will climb above the heights of the holy ones. That's a full stop, though. They sure enough doing it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. I will be like the Most High. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Ah, yeah, baby bubba. All aboard. Gasoline draws to the front, to the sides of the pit. We talk about climbing over the congregation and the clouds. When we are in hell, how are we going to climb out when we trying to put fire out that's tearing our behinds up? Or those worms with teeth biting the hell out of us? Stop lying. Trust in the Most High God. If you're living His way, you don't have to lie anyway. I hope someone got something out of this lesson today. I am Brother Royal, and until next time, I wish all of you Shalom.
Smiling faces sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces show no traces of the evil that lurks within. Smiling faces sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies, and I got proof.